So as usual, I've been trawling on the Trading 212 app, and whenever there is a new feature, I always notice it. And here's one that I just noticed on my Trading 212 stock sizer, but I haven't done it in my invest account, and I'm going to walk you through exactly what that is, because under my Trading 212 invest account graph, you can see a new button has just arrived and it says AI analysis. And before you say, Jubair, you've talked about AI already twice on this channel, well, this is different. After I press this button, AI will be used to analyze my portfolio, and I'm going to see if this sort of analysis is a game changer for anyone looking to have artificial intelligence rate their portfolio. So just before I use artificial intelligence, let's actually go through my portfolio and see what it is before getting AI to analyze it. So I've shared my Trading 212 invest account many times. I use my stocks ISA and my invest account. I have been actively depositing in my Trading 212 invest account. You can see last month it was around 6,800. Right now it's around 7,900. So I'm putting in as much as I can. The hope is to get £20,000 here in cash so that I can just transfer it over to my stocks ISA or withdraw it to my bank and put it into another stocks and shares ISA from someone else, who knows. But anyway, as you can see, I currently have £497 in cash and the rest is completely invested. And as you can see, my biggest investment is in the iShares Core S&P 500. I bought it just the other day, so you're not going to see any major gains on this. The idea with my invest account is, of course, more short-term than long-term because I am looking to transfer those funds soon. In addition to the S&P 500 holdings that I have a few other bunch of random stocks that I had over 2 years ago when I first started Trading 212. They're all in a loss. I'm just going to keep them now. I'm only going to use them if I exceed my capital gains threshold for the year, which is around £3,000. And then I'm going to use these to offset my gains. But anyway, let's just quickly go through them. I have Deutsche Lufthansa, BP, Delivery Hero, Vodafone, a very popular one that people have been telling me to invest into recently. I have BMW, Nike, ASML and Moderna. Now under asset allocation, we can clearly see that my biggest holding is in the S&P 500, and overall in my investments I have an unrealized loss of around £80. The market is open now, so it's going to fluctuate. So now I'm going to click the Trading 212 AI Generate button. If you would like to sign up to Trading 212 and receive a free fractional share worth up to £100, all you have to do is to click the link in the description box down below. Alternatively, if you've already signed up to Trading 212 in the past 10 days but haven't received your free fractional share, all you have to do is to click the 3 horizontal line menu over here. Scroll all the way down until you see the section Use Promo Code. And in this section, just enter my special code JUBAIR and you should receive a free fractional share. So here I am doing this live for you. I haven't done it on this account before. Press the Generate button. And as you can see, you're going to get a bit of a disclaimer. This is because AI uses already available information and an algorithm to collate information and essentially give that information out as natural language, basically what we more understand. Now, obviously, AI can make mistakes, just as we know humans can do too. So don't use this as a be-all and end-all thing when it comes to analysis. And obviously, this video is not financial advice, and Trading 212 also doesn't give out financial advice. Anyway, I'm going to press I understand. So as you can see, it says gathering portfolio data, analyzing fundamentals. This is all really fun. And then reviewing technical indicators. Let's just see what this comes up with. I'm actually really excited. Reading the latest news too. And here we are. Here is my analysis. I can actually press read full analysis here. Okay, so this is my portfolio assessment according to Trading 212 AI. So the portfolio is heavily concentrated in a single broad market ETF with a few small positions in individual stocks across various sectors and regions. That is true because the majority of my holdings is in the S&P 500. Now, it also has another section called exposure. So the portfolio is predominantly equity focused. Yes, I don't have any bonds here, with a major allocation to a large US market ETF, which is for me the iShares Core S&P 500, and minor holdings in individual stocks. Yes. So now it's talking about sector exposure. So sector exposure is diversified but skewed towards technology, energy, consumer discretionary, and industrials. This is of course because of the S&P 500 and holdings such as ASML, BP, Nike, and Delivery Hero. Now, unsurprisingly, my portfolio geographically is concentrated towards North America and in particular the S&P 500, which are the top 500-ish companies of the United States of America. It also does say I have smaller exposure to countries in Europe such as Deutsche Lufthansa, BMW, and Vodafone. Now let's talk about the performance and risk according to the AI analysis tool. So the portfolio's performance is largely driven by, of course, the US market ETF, and they have said that I've shown moderate gains. I'm not entirely sure how they got that because I haven't seen any gains here, but anyway, and apparently some of my gains have been made by companies such as Moderna and Delivery Hero, but as we saw, every single holding in my portfolio is in the red, so I'm not sure what it's on about here. It also said risk considerations include moderate volatility and beta levels. It's basically saying because of the holdings that I have, I will be more sensitive to market fluctuations, which is fair. And overall, I don't really think I have a very stable portfolio. They're very random companies and the S&P 500, which is very volatile. Now, there are also some notable insights. You can see BP's recent agreement to explore oil field redevelopment in Libya highlights potential growth in the energy sector. It's also highlighted some stuff from Deutsche Lufthansa. Apparently there has been some strong recent performance and recovery trends, and apparently there are some blind spots in my portfolio. So first of all, of course, it has highlighted multiple times that I'm very focused towards US equities. It also does suggest that I could possibly reduce this risk by actually investing in emerging markets or fixed income assets such as bonds. It also notes that I have small positions that may not impact my overall portfolio, which is very fair. It also does say that a heavy reliance on just one ETF may expose my portfolio to quite a bit of swings. And again, in key takeaways, it mentions that I have a high weighting towards the US, but I do think it gives me too much credit for picking individual stocks. Again, those are pretty bad individual stocks and the value of them added is very low. And then it suggests that I might want to find out more about concentration risk and sector rotation, and that could potentially increase my growth potential. If you're already on the Trading 212 app, I would love to see what the AI analysis has said about your portfolio and if you agree with that. So make sure to check out some of my other videos and I'll see you in the next video.